Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. This all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions, cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the ghost. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling large, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they hear on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that God in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try and make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the devil. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home with the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm tryna get beamed up, man, y'all try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Tryna get beamed up, man, y'all try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Tryna get beamed up.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
How you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, and get in that kitchen. Let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's wop up. I know you know Ron.
Who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret. Make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up them commas. Be honest, he seen decent dope.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Bitch, he got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try. So until we meet again,
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alton Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. So let me check this one. Testing. All right, so all right. Let's see. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. You can hear? Okay, the water. Ooh, I was waiting for that. The water, young man D. I was like, I don't know. All right. Let's go. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barakathum to the brothers, Yahweh Shamal Atham Bashem Yahweh to the sisters. Let me see who we got. Young man D in the building, Olivia in the building, Sister Olivia. About the Wariana in the building. Who else? The water for everybody tuning in. We got Tuesday Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? Get the most high hand for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Priest and Officer Natazak. We gonna get this going, all right? So today's topic, we have money ain't gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? Money won't save you. Reason why we got the topic because of the recent current events I'm gonna get into for a little bit, but you know what I mean? I don't want to make it seem as if money's not useless. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the title confused. You know what I'm saying? Money is definitely useless. You know what I'm saying? Right now in this moment, we need money to be able to pay our bills. You know what I'm saying? Get groceries. You know what I'm saying? Keep the lights on. But the thing about it is money is not going to save you, especially our oppressors' money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get into the details of what that is right now. But let's use a couple examples of the current events with brother P. Diddy himself, Puffy, and Mr. Did he do it himself? You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that brother right there because, you know what I mean, you seeing a fallout between him and his height of career and his fame and fortune, you're seeing that fall through as his demise. You know what I'm saying? Now, why is that? Is because, you know what I mean, you would think that his fortune would be able to do it, yeah. You know what I mean? You would think that his fortune would be able to bail him out of the situation that he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. You know why? Because that money is useless in the sight of the ones who keep it, withhold it, and establish it and send it out to us. You know what I'm saying? It's useless. Right now, we're just seeing another fall of a wealthy black man. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I mean, this is not nothing new to us. You know what I'm saying? We know what happened to Michael Jackson. We know what happened to who else? Who else is there? You know what I mean? Bobby Brown, Lil Wayne, who else? You know what I mean? This is not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Brothers with power and wealth, it doesn't end up helping them at the end. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't end up being their justification of getting themselves out of the predicament that they're in at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? You would think that money is the goal and it's the end all be all when it comes to, I mean, being able to get you out of the circumstances that you're in. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's not. It didn't change the fact of stopping Puff from being a sexual deviant. You know what I mean? It didn't stop R. Kelly from being a sexual deviant. You know what I mean? It didn't stop Michael Jackson, who so-called is put out there as a pet. You know, I can't say the word, but you know what I mean? As a petty, like he's attracted to children. You know what I'm saying? It didn't stop those demons that, you know what I mean, brothers face behind closed doors. You know what I mean? And now, because of their lust and because of their wickedness, now they, you know what I mean, we publicly see the falling of these brothers. But that's why you say that money's not going to save you. You know what I'm saying? It's important to know exactly what can save you during this time period. You know what I'm saying? Money should not be the goal to get to when it comes to, you know what I mean, making a name for yourself or feeling important, feeling like you are meaningful to this society. Money should not be that goal of success. You know what I mean? We see a lot of people, brothers and sisters out here, literally like, you know what I'm saying? How can I say? They're literally destroying themselves just for the gain of wealth. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of sisters out here selling a box. You know what I mean? A bunch of sisters out here trying to get trips and trying to get new purses and stuff like that. So what are they doing? They're using the most precious thing that they have as collateral to get some type of substance of gain, which the most important thing to them is money, cars, trips, all the, you know what I mean, things that money can buy. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible calls that the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? It's the root of all evil because it's the thing that pops up in your mind that can lead you into way different avenues of wickedness. People kill for money. People steal for money. People will harm their brothers and sisters for money. You know what I'm saying? And be as wicked as possible for the gain of money. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is the root. You know what I mean? Sir, these brothers use their wealth for wickedness. Of course, they use their wealth in order to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? They use their wealth to be able to put themselves in a position of importance. You know what I'm saying? And it's manipulation because these people are some of the scum of the earth. You know what I mean? They're willing to backstab their own brother just for it. They're willing to kill their own brother for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bunch of rumors and things that are being brought out to light that we see that people are doing in order to get the gain of wealth and riches. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, okay, well, if you want to be around me, you know what I mean? I'm just using this as an example, but for like a brother, if he wants to be with a woman physically, you know what I mean? Okay, well, look at these jewels I have. Look at this car I have. Look at these nice clothes I have. You want to be with somebody like me. I'm important. I have money. I'm important. You know what I mean? It's a biggest delusion of all time because people who really know money and understand money, it's up and down. It's not You know what I mean? It's an unrealistic thing. You know what I mean? You fight to keep it, you fight to gain some, but at the end of the day, it could disappear at any moment. And that's what you see with what's going on with brother Did he do it? You know what I'm saying? That's what you see what's going on with him. His $1 billion is not being able to pay him. Like, good Lord, the mosquitoes is coming back. But his $1 billion is not being able to pay him out of the situations that he's in. If y'all can, everybody that's logged in, can y'all like and share the video? Because we only got one like and share the video so we can get that algorithm going. You know what I'm saying? But the water for tuning in. But either way, P. Diddy, he is a billionaire. You know what I mean? But the billions are not being able to save him. He's being crucified publicly. You know what I'm saying? And that's not crucified in a way that we compare it to our King Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? He's being crucified in a way where he's just another black man going through another turmoil. And now that they have some type of how can I say, some type of gossip that they can use for him, some type of thing that they can use against him, they're going to use it to destroy him. Because, you know what I mean, that thing that he destroyed people's contracts for, that thing that he manipulated sisters and manipulated brothers into a sexual world, you know what I mean, all came crashing down right in front of his face. And now that money cannot save him. You know what I'm saying? The money's not going to be able to save him. Sheesh. Got him. All right, so like I left the window open, so I got mosquitoes up in this goddamn place. But all right, so let's get to the precepts. Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 8. Chapter 8 and verse 34. So I can get there too. All right, so you're going to read the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 34. And it says, and when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. That's one thing that people are not doing at this moment, is denying themselves. You know what I mean? They're falling full on into their whole lust and wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Right into it. You know what I mean? They're not denying the things that they lust for, and they don't have the discipline to deny those things. All they know is gain, 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 gain. You know what I mean? We know what the Christian church is about. You know what I'm saying? It's all about gain. It's all about, oh, if the Lord loves me the most, he's going to give me the most riches. That's what the Christian church is about. But in these scriptures, the Lord is talking about taking up your cross, taking up hardships, taking up the suffering that Christ had to suffer through. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to do that, you're not worthy of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And he says, take up his cross and follow me, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and for the gospel's, the same shall save it. So trying to keep the things in your life, like, okay, I can use, for example, like when it comes to like ribs, a brother might get a rib, a brother might get a woman. She has absolutely no interest and nothing to do with his lifestyle in the truth. You know what I'm saying? His lifestyle in this school, and she'll use herself to be able to how can I say, ransom she's going to ransom herself as far as him leaving the school, leaving his position, leaving his position in the school. Now, does he leave? You know what I mean? Because you got to be willing to lose everything. You got to be willing to lose everything that may seem dear to you, may seem close to you. You got to be able to lose those things for the sake of Christ. You know what I'm saying? The sake of this truth. You know what I'm saying? So are you going to leave? Are you going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to give her what she wants and I'm just going to leave? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave. I'm going to do what I can to fix this relationship. But the thing about it is you're going to lose her regardless. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose her regardless. But you just showed a weakness at the end of the day that, you know what I mean? And then not just that, she can't even respect you because of the decision that you made. You know what I mean? You don't stand for nothing. You don't have a backbone. You know, you don't sit over here and put yourself in a position where you're not willing to, you know what I mean, take the hits in order to stand up for what you believe in. You know what I mean? So she won't even respect you. She'll leave you anyways. You know what I'm saying? But it's happened before. It's happened. It's happened. Brothers will think that they will keep in their relationships by leaving the truth, and that's everything. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, you got to be willing to lose everything because you will be tested. You're going to be tested to lose everything, and you might just lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Job lost everything but his life. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, at the end of the day, you know what I mean, he had to keep what was dear to him, which is the dedication and the and how can I say the favoritism of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Even though that favoritism didn't seem too favorable in his situation. You know what I'm saying? What young man D say? I'm going with y'all because I ain't got no brothers with me right now. So if y'all want to tap in the chat, you know what I mean, go back and forth. We can get this popping. All right. So it said young man D said, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. First Ezra 4:26. Young man D be coming with some good precepts too. Appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna keep on going. Let's keep on going. All right. So for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the Salakia and the gospels, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul? So gaining the world, especially this world, is not beneficial for us. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish this off before I get into that breakdown. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So that's pretty much saying you can't give anything for exchange for your soul. Those materialistic things are not going to save your soul. Okay. But all in all, you know what I mean, what profit is it that you know what I mean, go out and do whatever you can to get wealth and riches and fame if you're gonna lose your soul in the midst of it? You just lost your whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? You lost your whole purpose of life. And then not just that, with you losing your soul and going after the gain of riches, whose riches are those? You know what I mean? Who do those belong to? I want to get into that as well. You know what I mean? We got to understand that our oppressor's money, yeah, you know what I mean? Money is like you know what I mean, for exchanging of goods and services, yes, it's cool. But if you're willing to give everything for it, if you're willing to break these laws to be able to gain money, you have just destroyed yourself and your soul. You're willing to how can I say, become a sodomite just because the majority of people who are giving the money out are sodomites, and you want to be a part of their club. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to become a thief because you know what I mean, the people that you're around and the people that you hang around, they go out and go steal money. Or if you're willing to be how can I say, an adulterer, you know what I'm saying? Because of the brother's rib happens to have money and you want what she has, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, this is the thing. You losing the law is losing your soul. You know what I'm saying? You lose life. Hey, shalom, Lord Christ, Adawan. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose your soul. You know what I mean? Losing your soul is losing the law. When you don't have any type of, when I say, when there's nothing absolutely that makes you who you are. You have no moral standard. You know what I mean? When you have no moral standard, what truly are you? You know what I mean? You're no different than an animal. You know what I mean? You just do whatever you do in order to get what you can get. Like a hungry dog. You know what I'm saying? You're just going through anything, trying to get whatever you can get. At the end of the day, it doesn't make you more of a person. You know what I'm saying? You just like a hungry dog. Like these people are literally going out of their way, destroying other people's lives in order to gain off of their what they can do for them. You know what I'm saying? They're manipulating people into doing these sick and foul things because they feel like I'm powerful enough because I have riches. But where is that power leading them? Where is that power taking them? There's nothing that is going to be able to, there's no dollar amount that's going to be able to save that brother. Did he do it? You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I mean? His reputation is gone. You know what I mean? His well-being is also gone. His house was just raided. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's just like, what good are the things that you've done to be wealthy, to be rich? What good is that for you now? You know what I'm saying? But let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 19. All right. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 19. Okay. So they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So chasing after riches, trying to defile yourself for riches. Defile was the word I was looking for. Defiling yourself for riches, for gain, is not going to save you. We're getting closer and closer to that day of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? As days go by, you know what I mean? Things are being revealed on the earth. Things are being exposed. You know what I mean? Certain lifestyles and things that people used to look up to and idolize, those people are being kicked down to the dirt because, you know what I mean? We're starting to see, we're seeing a transformation in this earth. You know what I'm saying? The dollar amount that used to be useful in this country or in this rulership of Esau is no longer being important anymore. It's not valued anymore. You know what I mean? The dollar is just going up and up as far as unvaluable. You know what I mean? Like the paper money is just becoming more and more useless. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting to that point where this world right here, the world of our oppressors is falling. You know what I'm saying? And Ezekiel chapter 7 is saying that in that day of the Lord, your money is going to mean nothing. You're not going to be able to buy your salvation. You're not going to be able to pay for your salvation. So why is your life based on trying to get rich, trying to get famous, trying to get wealthy? You know what I mean? Why is this the end all be all goal for you if at the end of the day, when judgment day comes, it's not even going to matter? It's not useless. You know what I mean? So why is this the goal for us? You know why? Because it is the delusion that our oppressors have given us. And as long as you chase that illusion, you're going to be destroyed, just like you see brothers and sisters being exposed and destroyed as we speak. You know what I mean? People are going to prison. People are going to different countries trying to avoid the charges that are being brought to them for sex trafficking or abuse, sexual abuse, or things like that. It's lucky if I'm using words that I'm not supposed to. But things of that nature. We're starting to see that the people who have what we call the goal of wealth are being the most wicked people behind closed doors, being the most lustful people behind closed doors. You know what I mean? All that is being exposed because at the end of the day, money is not going to change you from being the most wickedest, evil person that you were before you got it. You know what I mean? A lot of people think, oh yeah, well, I just need to go get, and if I got rich, I would be this person and this person. No, if you got rich, you would be the person you are with money. You know what I mean? So if you're a crackhead, you're going to be a rich crackhead. If you're a lustful deviant, you're going to be a lustful deviant with money. You're going to be, if you're an abuser, you're going to be an abuser with money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not nothing's going to change with you and your mentality. You know what I mean? As much as you think that things will get better, as much as you think that things are going to change in your position, they're not. They're not. You're just going to be that person times 20, times 30, because the access you have to those particular things is going to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have way more access to them. You know what I mean? So if you have a alcohol problem, you know what I mean, and you cannot stop getting drunk throughout the day, throughout the night, you know what I'm saying? That money is going to enhance your problems. Why? Because you don't have wisdom and you don't have discipline, which are the things that you do need, are truly considered wealth. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom and discipline are the wealth that really truly matter. Because with wisdom and discipline, you're able to stop things that you're doing that could destroy you. You're able to stop. You're able to analyze and be able to be decisive off of things that you should be doing and not doing. When you don't have wisdom, when you don't have discipline, you're going to be exactly what you need to be around the people who are also wealthy, which are, you know what I mean, as we see, sexual deviants, you know what I'm saying, abusers, and things of that nature. Hey, Shalom, sis, what's going on? But yeah, so you just gonna fit right in with them because you decided that, you know what I mean, oh, I need this, I need to do this and that to get a bag. So I'm gonna be a part of that club. So like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the book of Ezekiel is telling you that, you know what I'm saying, in the day of the Lord, people are going to throw down their riches. It's not even going to matter. The things that they thought that they sacrificed their whole lives for those material things is not going to matter. You know what I mean? It's not going to matter. The most valuable thing you can do right now is prepare yourself for the day of the Lord. It's to set your mind and your spirit up for it, because acting crazy and playing crazy is just not going to help you. You know what I mean? Acting like you just couldn't get it right, or you was just too emotional to get it right, is not going to save you. You know what I'm saying? Because judgment is going to come for the things that you've done. You know what I mean? And the things that you're doing. It's not going to come from what you could have done and what you could have been. You know what I mean? A lot of people could be a lot of things. You know what I mean? A lot of people are going to come and be introduced to this truth. But at the end of the day, are they going to be here? Are they going to be trying to, you know what I mean, go through the sufferings and holding their cross as well? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what is it that what does it matter for someone who is a kind person but has done evil things and wicked things, but mentally you're kind? You know what I'm saying? What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You got to have wisdom and discipline. Those are the main key things. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Sister Livy said that it don't matter. Yes, it does not. It does not matter. It's not going to save you. It's not going to help you. You know what I mean? We see our highest pioneers as Blacks and Hispanics just destroyed. Even after their death. They'll bring up some stuff after their death, like, oh yeah, they did this and they did that. You know what I mean? Like, it's too many examples out there. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all these people, like you, and then you see that they got money, but they don't have enough discipline to be able to control their sexual urges. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing as well. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need this law and you need this truth. Young man D says, seeing then that all, it's like this thing just moved out the way. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? 2 Peter 3:11. Okay. Get that. Is that the KJV or KJV AAE? What is that? What does AAE mean? I was messing with you, but you know what I mean? You know, we stick to that the King James version though. It says, what do you put? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So yeah, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 12, what we was getting into in Ezekiel as well. You know what I mean? When those bombs are dropping, when that fire and that vapor is at everyone's front doorstep, you're not going to be able to pay your way out of that judgment. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to pay your way out of that judgment. It's not going to save you at all. You know what I'm saying? You have to prep yourself and be prepared spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you're going to get that spiritual, you know what I mean? How can I say? That spiritual discipline, how you're going to get that mentality of, how can I say, fulfillment, is here and it's truth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of places, a lot of people are willing to defend things that are not satisfying to their spirit or their mentality just because of the simple fact that that's what they were raised to. You know what I mean? Or that's what they're fond of, or that's what they're comfortable with. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The Bible says all throughout the Bible, you know what I'm saying? You have to, it's going to be the ones who suffered, the ones who went through suffering are the ones who are going to be the ones who, you know what I mean, are able to inherit the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? I got that precept too, but what we just did, okay. So we just did Ezekiel. It says because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So chasing the bag is actually the stumbling block for your iniquity. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to be able to save yourself with the goal of chasing and getting riches and receiving riches. You know what I'm saying? It's the main key thing of getting these precepts, getting this truth in your life into your spirit. Those are going to be the things that save you. Okay, we got a couple more precepts. So let's get into it. Let's see how Christ dealt with his situation. And he dealt with his situation through wisdom and through discipline. You know what I mean? Matthew's 4:1. So another thing I want to get into is the fact that we're chasing a goal that was set from our oppressors. Okay, that's the main key thing too. Being into how can I say, the network of your oppressor is one of the most delusional things to ever do. You know what I mean? Going back to Martin Luther King, he had our people protesting and marching for equal rights to be equal with our oppressors. Did we get that equality? No. Were we able to be amongst their race? Yes. But did that make us equal? No. You know what I mean? It just gave them more looks of pets around them. You know what I mean? Like they didn't change their visions of us looking like dogs to them. You know what I mean? It just gave them the opportunity to, first of all, infiltrate our neighborhoods, infiltrate our families, infiltrate, you know what I mean, our marriages. That's what it did do. You know what I'm saying? Being in the acceptance of our oppressor. They were able to infiltrate everything that was going on in our households, infiltrate our neighborhoods. Now they dictate how a brother treats a brother. You know what I mean? Now they dictate how a woman treats her husband, or how a man treats his wife, or how even the children treat their parents. You know what I'm saying? They're in dictatorship of all these things because we allowed them into our homes. You know what I'm saying? What do they say about vampires? Don't invite them in. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did with our oppressor. We invited them into our homes, thinking that it would make us more civil and more how can I say? What's the word I'm looking for? It makes us more valuable to be accepted by them, because for us and our mentality, which was so messed up, we felt like their acceptance actually mattered. them not treating us the way that they treated us and abused us the way that they were abusing us might have stopped if they seen us as actual people. So we went through the worst conditions in order to be to be looked at as a person from our oppressors, just to be looked at as people, not even to be, you know what I mean, treated or be in the space of acceptance. We just wanted them to look at us as humans. Because but the thing about it is, after those days, the abuse never stopped. You know what I mean, their views on how we look never stopped. You know what I mean? You got your people here and there that are able to be accepted into their homes and at their seats, but at the end of the day, they feel more superior than you. You know what I mean? They look at you as an unsuperior nation. That's why, you know what I mean, it's no problem to invite you into their homes or into their bed. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to feel above you. You know what I mean? How many interracial relationships have you seen with Halle Berry and, you know what I mean, were they coming out after the divorce talking about how the person made them feel like they were, you know what I mean, lesser than, and they called them a bunch of racial slurs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, our oppressors, you know what I mean, their mindset is, or their mentality is always going to come into fruition when they're put into an uncomfortable position. They are comfortable right now because they're eating and feeding off the backs of our people. You know what I'm saying? They're gaining off the backs of our people, so they're comfortable. They can allow the P. Diddy's and the R. Kelly's and all of them to come in and, you know what I mean, grease their pockets up and, you know what I mean, use their God-given talents to help them out. Because in every situation, there's always an oppressor behind, you know what I mean, a black person's wealth. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be an oppressor behind a black person's wealth. You know what I mean? It's not like that black person is just doing everything and success on their own. They're making someone else who is an oppressor very, very much more richer than they're getting. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the system goes. And that's why they were able to manipulate the system by coming into our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Because when we had our neighborhoods, when we had the Black Wall Streets and all that stuff like that, they bombed us. You know what I mean? Because we were thriving on our own. We were thriving on our own accord. We were making our own businesses. We didn't have to go out for them for business loans and things of that nature. You know what I mean? We were making our own steps of building our own society. So what happened when that happened? They showed exactly what their true colors are. You ain't about to do nothing, and not in my territory, not in my house. Same thing with Diddy. Same thing with R. Kelly. Same thing with Bill Cosby. Yeah, you can come in and get a little bag. As soon as it's not benefiting me anymore, you're not about to die a legend here in this place. You know what I mean? Not my world. Not in my world. So now I say all that just to say, you know what I mean? When it comes to don't focus on just the money alone. Focus on who's running the money. Focus on who's allowing you to have these opportunities, because there's always a method to the madness. And that method to the madness is make me richer, and we'll slide you a hot biscuit. You know what I mean? We'll slide you a nice meal. You know what I mean? We'll give you a little something, but you definitely gonna make me rich. You know what I'm saying? It's just modern day slavery. You know what I'm saying? It's modern day slavery. The chains are no longer on our arms, our necks, on our feet. The chains are now on our spirits, on our minds. You know what I'm saying? On the ways we think and the things that we feel. You know what I mean? Our people are getting rich, but they're still being destroyed mentally and spiritually. Their mentality is all messed up. They don't know how to feel. They don't know how to sustain happiness. They don't know how to sustain a mental state where they're not feeling like they're going crazy. They don't know how to do these things, because at the end of the day, you're finding out that the things that you care about the most are all just an illusion. You know what I mean? The things that you are sacrificing the most for is just all an illusion. Okay, and it says, this is Blitz Tactics. What are your thoughts on the Aboriginal Australians, are they part of the 12 tribes of Israel? The white man subjugated them for generations. Okay, so this is my thing. I see these questions a lot. This is what I'm gonna tell you. You are the seed of your father. Okay. Now we know that our oppressors have been. It's not just the Aboriginals in Australia. It's Puerto Rico. It's you know what I mean, Dominican Republic. It's Mexico. It's America. You know what I mean? They've put their stamp as far as being abusers and colonists in all throughout the world. You know what I mean? They've mixed and mingled with plenty of different races by capturing them, abusing them. You know what I mean? It doesn't make one section of people just all, oh, there's a possibility they can't be 12 tribes. We're spread out throughout all four corners of the earth. Okay. We're spread out through all four corners of the earth. You can't try to just, you know what I mean, just section one part of the earth off and just say, oh, well, there's a possibility that they can't be or that they are. You know what I mean? There's people that are amongst us today that probably look identical to me that could have, you know what I mean, white, so like it could have Edom in their bloodline. You know what I'm saying? That could have had an Edomite great grandfather or something like that. It's not about that. It's about what you're in your spirit, and it's easy to tell within someone's spirit that they are truly not 12 tribes, because you know what I'm saying. A lot of people get offended with their own people, and you can tell, like, all right, either your mindset is of your father or the devil, or your bloodline is. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's not acceptable to God anyways, because a lot of people who are actually in Israel are not Israel's will. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it don't even matter about your bloodline at this point. You know what I mean? Because I mean, all Israel will be saved, but still, you know what I mean? We got people who ain't even gonna be able to enter the kingdom of heaven because of their wickedness and their evilness as who they were on before the day of judgment. You know what I'm saying? Now, who they were in their past life or the life before that. I mean, there's a lot of people who spit and beat Christ. I'm pretty sure they not within the years of them coming back to this place are not going to be able to receive that kingdom of heaven just because of that foul act that they did back in those days. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, you know what I mean? Christ died for us to be able to find the truth and to get in the truth. He didn't die for us to try to dictate who's capable of being in the truth or not. You know what I'm saying? It don't run like that. You know what I'm saying? Christ has his elect. He has his people who are willing to sacrifice everything that they have in order to, you know what I mean, experience the suffering he experienced. You know what I mean? Because Christ suffered all throughout his life. You know what I mean? God chose his elect, and now it's just our duty to not drop our sword. You know what I'm saying? Just don't drop your sword. That's it. I mean, you shouldn't be worried about who's biologically capable of being accepted or not. That's not what the story should be right now. The story should be right now, are you capable? Are you strong enough, and are you capable of not dropping your sword, getting in this truth, getting in all black, you know what I'm saying, getting to work and establishing the kingdom of heaven on earth? That's all that matters right now. Who's part of the 12 tribes? Who's capable of getting it? We know Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, that's fine. Which particular ones? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Which particular ones? It does not matter right now. You have to make it yourself. Why would we have to worry about someone or something's perspective of who God's choosing? Like I was saying before earlier, God's choosing a lot, but of people to get this truth within the realms of their spirit, within the realms of their mind. But a lot of people don't choose it. They stay to where they at. They stay docile. But that's pretty much it. Young man D, he said, the spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. Romans 8:16. The water, man. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. Okay, so let's get to Christ real quick. You know what I'm saying? and how he handled his situation when it came to tempting Christ, because you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted. And during that time period of temptation, I mean, when you make your decision, it's not going to be a, how can I say, it's not going to be a business transactional decision. It's going to be a transaction between whether you get to save your soul or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether your soul is going to be saved or not. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Money is not going to be able to stop you from being the most wicked person that you are in your mind and your spirit. It's not going to stop that. It's going to actually enhance it. You know what I mean? It's going to enhance that spirit. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. So we got the book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, then Jesus led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, which is, wow, fasting for 40 days and 40 nights just to be put in that position to be tempted, that shows you exactly how mighty Christ was. You know what I'm saying? He was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So what we're getting right here is, you know what I mean, Christ is being put in position where it's like, all right, well, since you're so hungry, turn these stones to bread. You know what I mean? He's like, you know what I mean, those material things don't matter. I mean, it's not the things, it's not the bread that's going to keep me alive. It's the words of God that are going to keep me alive. You know what I mean? You definitely got to keep that in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to be the money, you know what I'm saying, that saves you. That's going to be able to save your life. It's not going to be money that's going to be able to save your life. It's the words of God that's going to save your life. All right. And then he's trying to, okay, well, if this is the words of God, why don't you do this? Because in the Bible it says this and that. That's no different than what, you know what I mean, the Christian church does. You know what I mean, a whole bunch of religious establishments do, where they try to use prophecy and scripture in order to manipulate your mind to doing wickedness on the earth. You know what I'm saying? So take heed to that as well. That's a very, very strong precept. Let me read that one more time. Actually, it says, the devil taketh him up unto this holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So even the devil will use precepts and scriptures in order to manipulate your mind. You know what I'm saying? In order to manipulate your spirit. You see the devil's using precepts and prophecy to try to manipulate Christ into doing something that he's not supposed to do. You know what I mean? So take heed to that, because a lot of the religious establishments will try to, you know what I mean, transfer your mind. Where you get from the churches, they're telling you that in order to be able to be blessed, you must have gain, you must have money, you must have nice cars, you must have planes, and you know what I mean, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessed man. That's a man that is blessed by the Lord, which is everything but. You know what I mean? But that's what they feed you. That's what they push out into your spirit, is that in order to be able to have favor from the Lord, you need to give all you have to me so that he can give you all that he has. You know what I'm saying? And you'll have 10 times more of what you used to have as long as you give to me. That's just full-blown, you know what I mean, robbery right there. You know what I'm saying? That's full-blown robbery. is being a thief. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to use the scripture in order to take the things of the people so they can have it and they can have their gain and the people can be set poor. That's why you see a lot of churches on every corner in the Black Hispanic neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They're robbing the people. You know what I mean? And what they do is they send that money on they keep it in their pockets and they send it to their master, which is Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying? So take heed to that as well. You know what I mean? Satan would use, or the devil would use the deceiver. He would use biblical prophecies or certain scriptures in order to manipulate your spirit and then manipulate your mind into doing things that are ungodly. You know what I'm saying? Or not of God. Okay, but how did Christ respond? Verse 7. Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. So he's like, you know what I mean? Don't you using prophecy, but you definitely don't tempt. He's not saying that he's God. You're saying the things that you're using are of God. You know what I'm saying? Don't tempt me in general. You know what I mean? I know what I need to do. The things that you offer are not useful to me. You know what I mean? The things that you're saying that I need to be doing in order to gain my salvation are not useful to me. You know what I'm saying? Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high place of high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. All right, here we go. This goes with the topic. Okay, so pay attention. And he shows him the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him alone shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So it went from all this manipulation. You see that he's also using wealth, fame, and riches to tempt Christ. Okay, to tempt Christ. This is exactly what he used. Okay. And he said, if you bow down and worship me, what is his main goal to get him to do is to sin. Because Christ cannot be the perfect sacrifice if he sins, right? You know what I mean? In order to be perfect, you have to follow the law. You know what I mean? That's the only way of being perfect. So he's just trying to get Christ to do something to disobey the law. You know what I'm saying? Which he did not do, even in a time of weakness, and even in a time of fasting. You know what I'm saying? He showed no weakness. You know what I'm saying? It was probably on his spirit, like he probably wanted to, you know what I mean, turn those rocks into bread, those stones into bread, or he wanted to go take over those kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? But those things were not of God. He stayed true to what is truly of God, and kingdoms and riches and wealth and fame is not, you know what I mean? It's not of God. You know what I'm saying? What's really of God is his people and the rulership that the people that he has for his people. You know what I mean? But in order to get there, we have to establish that kingdom on this planet. You know what I mean? And you've seen a lot of things, like I said before, you've seen a lot of things being revealed. You know what I mean? They telling you about black Jesus now. You know what I mean? They weren't talking about that too long ago. But you know what I mean? These things get looked over, but they're the things that brothers and sisters have been, the things that we've been teaching since 1969. You know what I'm saying? And even before that, because these traditions have not left since the days of Moses, since the days of Noah, since the days of Abraham. We are setting the trend of what being a true Israelite is. You know what I'm saying? And we have to establish that on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So one more precept, and then we'll be all finished up over here. We're going to go to the book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 17. And one more situation with Christ and the usefulness of wealth when it came to saving your soul. Okay, so we'll do this, and then we'll be all finished up over here. So, Mark 10. So the book of Mark 10 and 17. And when he was gone forth into the way, there came one running and kneeled to him and asked him, Good master, what shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? And Jesus said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. Thou knowest the commandments: do not commit adultery, do not kill, do not steal, do not bear false witness, defraud not, honor thy father and thy mother. So Christ is letting them know, you know what I mean, you want to be good, then just follow the law. I mean, you know what the law is. This is another good law precept, you know what I mean, when they tell you that the law is done away with. But, you know what I mean, you want to know what good is, follow the law. You know what I'm saying? These are already written down and manufactured for you to be able to put yourself in a good standard. You know what I'm saying? In a perfect standard when it comes to the sight of the Lord. Okay, so verse 20, and he answered and said unto him, Master, all these have I observed from my youth. Then Jesus, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, One thing thou lackest, go thy way, sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come, take up the cross and follow me. Why is Christ saying this? Is because he's exposing his brother's true weakness. You know what I'm saying? He's exposing this brother's true lack of the law. You know what I mean? This man is saying that he's a true follower of the law, but Christ put that to test right then and there. I mean, we're forgetting that this man is wealthy. He's a wealthy man. So Christ is telling him, okay, well, I mean, if you follow the law right, you should know that, you know what I mean, treating your brothers like you treat yourself is one of the laws. You know what I'm saying? So you should be able to give to those who are in need. Now, what he did was just expose this man's spirit. This man was speaking as if he was a true follower of the law, but he's exposing that this man is actually truly not following the law, because he's not willing to help his brothers and sisters. He's not willing to give to his people. He's willing to take, but he's not willing to give. Okay. And it says on verse 22, and he was sad at that saying, and went away grieved, for he had great possessions. And Jesus looked around about and saith unto his disciples, How hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of God? So he's checking this man's whole spirit. You know what I mean? This man felt like he had no doubt that he was not doing what the law said. But Christ is showing him why he truly wasn't following, you know what I mean, the law. You know what I mean? He wasn't even willing to be able to go give his riches on to people who truly needed it. You know what I mean? He was stuck into his lust for gain. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't willing to give to his people. Verse 23. And Jesus looked round about and saith unto his disciples, How hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of God? And the disciples were astonished at his words. But Jesus answered again and saith unto them, Children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of God? So Christ is just giving so many like jewels right now. It's like, not only is he showing how useless the money is, but he's also telling you the people who are in full lust for gain and money, they're not even going to enter into the kingdom of heaven because of that spirit that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Because of that mentality that they have, they're not even going to be able to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Verse 25. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. And they were astonished out of measure, saying among themselves, who then can be saved? And Jesus, looking upon them, saith, with men it is possible, with men it is impossible, but not with God. For with God all things are possible. Then verse 28. Then Peter began to say unto him, Lo, we have left all and have followed thee. And Jesus answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house or brethren or sister or father or mother or wife or children or lands or for my sake and the gospels, but he shall receive an hundredfold now in this time houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions. Keep in mind of that. You know what I'm saying? And in the world to come eternal life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last first. So what is truly being said is, when he's saying no man has truly left his wife or his children or his home, is because this home, this wife, whatever these things are not even included as important if it's not in the kingdom of heaven. It's not of the time of the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? So the riches that man had were so important for him that he, you know what I mean, lost his he lost his confidence that he was following the law, and he lost the favor he thought he had, you know what I mean, by being greedy and holding on to his riches. But he didn't know that those riches that he had meant absolutely nothing, because the kingdom is not even set yet. And the things that we have that we lose are not even important, and they are not even existent because we are not at that kingdom yet. The only time when it's important, the only time when it's actually useful is when we get to the kingdom of heaven. So the things that you'll lose in this world mean absolutely nothing. If you were to lose your rib, if you were to lose the time period with your children, if you were to lose, you know what I'm saying, your wealth or your home, those things are not important because they mean nothing right now. All things in this world are going to be done away with. You know what I mean? They'll be burnt to ashes in fragrant heat. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to mean anything. The things that's going to matter the more is the world that is to come. Those are the most important things. Okay, that's the most important things, are the things that you're going to gain for the persecution, which it says in this precept, for the persecutions that you face. You know what I mean? Those things you're going to gain 100-fold. You know what I mean? That's why the ultimate goal is just to endure. It's just to endure until we get to the place where our wealth, our riches, our knowledge, our discipline actually matters. And that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. What for y'all tuning in? Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathum to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Ilatham Bashem Yahweh to the sisters. The water. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We up out of here.